Greetings, here we go. Awesome possum. Love it. So happy to be here, my beautiful friends. Yay! Oh, good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Okie dokie, so let's dive in. Yes, so as some of you have signed up for the notification, which is awesome. Yep, so check the audio. I have done that before where I'm yakking away and I've unintentionally, inadvertently muted my microphone. But anyway, we're all good. So this is part 3 of 3, talking all about video optimization. This series brought to you in partnership with the lovely Wave Video app, an amazing new tool made by a company called Animatron. So really love teaming up with them, a great company, and happy to share my own insights and experience over 10 years working as a Facebook expert. So really happy to bring you my own experience here. So let's see who we have in the house. Who's here? Let's see. Let me mute that for a second. Dallas, what part of the world are you tuning in from? Hi, Kelly Flynn. Oh, I'm happy to share my wisdom. Glad to see you. Simone, a must watch. Thank you so much, Simone. That's very kind of you. I love all the hearts. Thank you, friends. Excellent. Yes. It's funny, it doesn't always real-time update. Okay, today I'm broadcasting from using this wonderful Ecamm app. So, hi, Heather Nichols. Yeah, who else do I see here? Robin Lee. Great. San Diego, Kelly. Okay, great. Wonderful. Well, you'll see in a moment. I'm going to talk about what I'm doing. I'm actually going to break down exactly what I'm doing here in this live. Brookie from Phoenix. Bolivia in the house. It's awesome. Gui. Hope that's how you say your name. Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. Hi, Cece. Pretty name. Watching from the UK. Hello, Lori. Excellent. Indiana. Wonderful. Oh, I'm happy to see you. And Heather, Whistler, BC. Right. Fellow Canadian. Beautiful. Okay, well, thanks for joining us here today. LA in the house. Excellent, Rose. So what I'm going to do, I have some slides for you. So if you've seen the last 2 parts, great. If you haven't, that's okay too. This will make sense. I'm going to do a little bit of a recap before we dive in. I've got some slides for you. I'll be loading them up to SlideShare. And as with the other parts that I did for part 1 and part 2, I will be loading up the slides to SlideShare and share them with you. We'll also add in captions after the fact too. Oklahoma, hiya, Terry. DC, Juanita. Florida in the house. Marianne, hi, Marianne. Many blessings to you. Okay, so let's do this. Easy peasy. We'll go like this and go like that and share my desktop. But then what happens is you're like, wait, Mari, that's a picture of you, but your camera's on top of it. And what I love about this nifty app is I can just pop my camera down there like that. And this one also shows your comments there, but I can just drag that down. So, ta-da! I'm due for a hair trim. I'm going tomorrow. My new short flippy style. So, as it says right here, we are going to be talking about amplifying video reach on Facebook, both organic and paid, and I'm going to be sharing my ninja tricks, as I call it. Feel free to ask questions. I'm more than happy to get to them after we go through some content here on my slides. All right, friends? So, let's do this. I'm going to go like that, and then when I flip to this one, I'm actually going to pop my camera back up here, and we'll leave it up there for the duration. All right, let's do a quick recap. So for those of you that maybe were not able to tune in, or even if you did tune in and you just need a refresher, repetition is the key to learning. Some really important points. I'm going to do a quick recap of both parts 1 and 2 on this one slide. The part 1 was talking about video creation. Really important to create your video for mobile formats, which Facebook says are square and portrait. Yes, landscape. And now don't not do landscape. Obviously, right now I am broadcasting in landscape. I don't think you can broadcast in square unless you do some kind of a frame or something. And remember, I don't know about you guys, but I kind of miss when we could do square from our phones, right? When it first came out, Facebook Live was square. And my prediction is they will be bringing that back at some point, because I've seen some previews of Facebook Live square and then product links below it, which is really exciting. But for right now, we're going to talk about this is predominantly when you're doing your ads, okay? When you're creating videos to get posted natively on your page, and then you might go and amplify those in Pages Manager. It's not Page Manager, Ads Manager, and I'll be talking about that. Or you could do just a straight ad, which back in the day I would call them dark posts or unpublished posts. It basically is a piece of content that shows up in the feed or there's many different places, placements. And as a paid piece of content, it has a little sponsored label on it, right? So the formats that work best for those are the square and the portrait. I don't see that many full screen portrait videos. They tend to be more like in Canvas ads. I think there's a little bit of a slower uptake with those kinds of videos, but I'm definitely seeing a lot of great videos. And you can see this one here just playing, just a little looping like 4-second video or something. Oh, 8 seconds. And I made that using the Wave app. So short, now again, this is for ads, and I was live yesterday and we were talking about length of video as well. You really want to have your ads 15 seconds is about the sweet spot that more Facebook users will view, and Instagram will view to completion, the shorter your ad. So try to get your point across real quick. And in fact, Facebook says even 6 seconds. And then you're like, oh my gosh, how do I get my point across in that short a time? But just really study what you see in your feed. I look at ads all the time. I'm going to show you some examples toward the end of my slide deck here of real ads. I save them all the time. I save video ads and I study them and I look at them and I say what works, what doesn't work. Part 2, last week we talked about distribution. Obviously you want to be using live regularly. Facebook is really favoring it. I have a sweet spot metric for me. My first kind of success metric is whilst I am still live, I like to have over 100,000 organic reach. When I can hit that tipping point for me, and this is obviously very different for everybody, but if I see it kicking into 100,000 organic reach, then I know, Facebook's loving on the the live. So appreciate that. It doesn't always get that because there's so many factors. There's the time of day, there's the length, there's the topic, there's the subject line, all kinds of factors. And again, we'll be going into that a little bit more today as well. Upload video natively, just have to really, really underscore that point. There are a few people out there who are still sharing YouTube video links. If it's your video and you have the file, definitely upload it natively. Obviously, if it's somebody else's video and you can only find it on YouTube, then of course it's fine to share it. Just share the link. You do want to add captions. It really does make a difference because more people watch videos in stream in their newsfeed with the sound off, right, on their mobile devices. Okay, so then the captions, Facebook does have its own caption generator. If your video is quite short, it will automatically generate them for you. You want to go in and check them, make sure they're accurate. Or sometimes what you can do, a little ninja trick, is you can download the video, like if it's a live like this, once it's finished, you go in to edit the video and there's a little gear icon, you download it. You can then upload that file to YouTube and you get YouTube to automatically generate the captions. Same thing over there, though you don't have to check for accuracy. It's just easier, I find it. It's $1 a minute if you have the budget, $1 a minute to get it transcribed at a company like rev.com, rev.com. Rev.com is great. Super fast turnaround. My gosh, my one last week, they turned around in 7 hours. That was really impressive. And you want to repurpose videos. We talked about that last week. So repurpose meaning, don't just have like a one-hit wonder and it does really well and then you just never do anything with it again. Embed it on your website in a blog post. Maybe turn the content, into a podcast. Put the audio out. Share on other platforms. Do a thumbnail and put it in your email marketing. Just thinking of how can you get the most mileage and the most traffic to this video, obviously to achieve your ultimate objective, which is to drive business. And I've mentioned this on several of these videos that Facebook's overarching goal with paid content on Facebook and Instagram and eventually WhatsApp and Messenger is to drive business. It has to drive business. You have to be able to measure, oh my gosh, we paid this money and we got this new customer, these sales, these leads, these conversions. Alrighty, so now then, as I say, this is brought to you by Wave Video App. If this is the first time you're hearing about it, again, just a quick review. If you haven't tried it out yet, give it a try. They have a free trial. And the one thing that one of the many things I particularly love about it, and I've just mentioned this on each video, just as a reminder, as I say, these are it's a wonderful company, and the series is brought to you by Wave. So you can see here, you can simultaneously, this is just a screenshot. I'll show you the real tool in just a quick second here, and we'll dive into the Facebook ad content after that. So you got landscape, square, mobile, and that's your portrait, Facebook cover, standard, and then you see these 3 wee dots, and you've also got Instagram story. I think last week I said that standard was your landscape. I misspoke, because you can see landscapes right here, and that's what I'm broadcasting in right now. Almost all Facebook Live third parties are in that 16:9 landscape format. Square is for when you're producing a video. Mobile is great. That format is great for, that's portrait or the canvas. You're doing a canvas ad with an embedded video, that kind of thing. Facebook cover, we love that. You can make your own Facebook cover videos inside a Wave app. And they also have branding. You can add logos, you can add watermarks. Really great tool for agencies. You can find them at Wave Video App is there. I have the wee thing down here, at Wave Video App. That's their username on Facebook and on Twitter. That's an easy way to remember it. Or you can go to Animatron is the name of the company that makes the app.com/wave. So a real quick visit back over there. And here we go. So you're just going to be logged in like this. Now then, let me just do this, because I did this last week too. I think for this, I'm going to move, whoa, where could you go? I'm going to put myself way down the bottom right, so I don't block off anything up there. Just for a quick review, because you see this brand up here. I think this is a really cool feature. I keep making new brands for demos. So manage brands. Here's where you can go on new brand. Let me just go into this one, and you can choose your font, choose your color scheme, and add your logos. So could you imagine if you are in the business of creating videos, maybe you're an agency, a digital marketing agency, you have clients that you create videos for, and you got all of their custom fonts, colors, logos, watermarks, super duper easy to just switch out and make video content. Or obviously if you're not an agency or a digital marketing firm or something like that, and you just want to use this tool, this fabulous tool for your own use, and you can create all kinds of look and feel and great ideas here. So I think in the interest of time, I'm going to show you one that I created. These are all my different videos. It's really easy to just hover and you can go copy. This is what I'm doing quite a bit. Like all the square ones I've used on my own page. I just go in like this and scroll down my page. Here's a live. Facebook, can you kind of speed up a bit? Simple one like that. See, I just made this one in Wave just the other day, and this is all stock image. That's a beautiful thing about the app, is it comes with stock royalty-free images and video clips. And then you can upload your own, right? So that's a great example right there. And I try to make them short. How long was that one? Yeah, 30 seconds. 31 seconds. So really fun. And then there's another real simple one there, which that one looks like about 25 seconds. And it's just eye-catching, right? So Sheryl Sandberg and the whole team at Facebook, they call them thumb stopping. So people scroll. Wait, what was that? Wait, what was that? It's a movement that catches the eye. Visual. We're visual creatures. Our brains are trained to see images, color, movement, right? So like last week I demoed this one. This is a fun one. Let me just edit this. I was pretending I was opening a juice bar, right? We found these great clips. And here it comes loading. So, and then I can just play it like this and you'll see it. Juice bar opening soon. And now it's just a video clip of all this yummy fruit. And then this girl and a video clip of her enjoying her delicious, whatever that is, pomegranate juice. So there it's a Facebook cover, but I could go mobile, easy peasy, square. You can drag and drop the video, move it around. There's your landscape if you want a big one, Instagram story. It's just amazing. And each one you download and produce, you can add your own music. There's your watermark. Actually, I have to make sure I'm on this brand. I'm on my brand. I don't know why I called it a new brand. Oopsies. Use. Oh, I see it's right here, duh. And then you can just pick this up and move it wherever you want it. I like to put them in the top left or top right. See? And then that's going to be throughout the whole video. Okay, so that's a quick demo, a reminder of how amazing and easy it is to use this tool. Let's stretch that down there. So easy. Pick these guys up, drag and drop them, different transitions, different entrance for the text. Like I say, just grab this girl and move her. Say, oh, that video. Oops, have to go back to edit. And over here like this. There she goes. Really easy. So easy to use. And you have access to 2.5 million. 2.5 million. Let's see, where is that? Create video. If I go to create video, and you will see that you have access to 2.5 million assets right there. 2.5 million royalty-free video clips, photos, and images. It's incredible. And all these different categories. Amazing. It's just really cool. So with that in mind, whether you're using Wave or however you're creating your videos, obviously I'm talking predominantly about Wave here. This is the series brought to you by Wave. You got to do video, friends. You do. You have to do more video. It's the only way to really, really get those eyeballs, to get the attention on all the different social apps, particularly Facebook and Instagram. So with that in mind, how can we then create all these beautiful videos and put that time and effort into it, and money, resources, and now you're like, okay, I want to get this out there more. So I'm going to start with organic reach because it is possible. You're like, wait, I know sometimes I joke when I'm speaking to audiences and I'm like, organic reach is so 2012. And I say that tongue in cheek. It's kind of bittersweet, right? It's kind of painful. You're like, man, remember back in the day, 2008, 9, 10, 11, almost 12, because Facebook went public in 2012. And it's like, oh, sometimes we could get over 100% organic reach, right? 200% organic reach. You got twice as many, people seeing your content as you had fans. And now it's highly unusual to get more than about maybe 10%. I think the average is about 6%. But there are certain things you can do, friends. It's really, really exciting. So let me just do this real quick and hop back over here. There we go. Full screen. Just saying a quick hello. I'm here. I know you can see me up with the wee camera up in the corner. Oh, actually, I left it on the bottom, didn't I? So thanks for being here. And I can see your questions and comments. Really great. Happy to answer your questions as soon as I get done here. All right. Thanks for being here. It's really, really glad to have you. Get ready to take some notes. You can obviously come back and watch this other part later too. Rewatch it is what I mean. Let me do that. Oopsie. Let me go like that. There you go. Put myself back up there. Thanks for the questions. I love it. So, number one, frequency. This is a big, big, big mistake that people make where they say, oh my gosh, I'm just not getting any reach. And it's kind of it's just, some people they just don't know what they don't know, right? They haven't necessarily been exposed to the right information. And Facebook just, they kind of gave with one hand and then they kind of took away with the other. And I love Facebook. I'm an evangelist, 10 and a half years now, always love them. And there's certain things that we I joke about. It's a Facebook world and we just live in it, right? But the thing is, you have to know that increasing your frequency is actually counter-effective, counterintuitive. If you think, oh my God, hardly anyone sees my posts, I'm going to do more. I used to post 3 times a day. Now I'm going to post 6 times a day, or whatever your number is, right? Some people post every hour and they get great reach because they're one of those, frequent, BuzzFeed tasty kind of millions, tens of millions. But less is more. You will get more reach if you're maybe doing like 1 post a day. You could even do like an average of 5 times a week. Now, this is not prescriptive because I know there's people out there that post 12 times a day and they're doing awesome, or 12 times a week, or whatever your kind of average is. But you got to experiment. I just want this point that you need to know that it's not about doing more frequent posts and hoping to get more organic reach. If you dial it back, you'll find you might actually very well get more reach. As I mentioned earlier, my kind of benchmark for when I'm doing lives, if I can hit 100,000 organic reach while I'm still live, I know that it's really going to be taken off. And I'm going to show you coming up in a moment my Mari method of how to amplify that kind of reach even further. Timing is a big aspect of it. don't be afraid. And again, it depends on your time zone and the time zone of your audience in particular. If you have a global audience like I do here, I know we have people from all over the world tuning in. But you might experiment with some of your content being posted, whether it's a live or a video post or a link post or an image post. But you kind of want to do it that order, live/recorded video, link, image. Mix it up, maybe do some offers and whatnot. And then obviously you have to mix in paid, but experiment with a later time or an early time. Don't discount the weekends, because you know what? People are on Facebook and during their personal time. So that's something as well. You do want to check your video insights. Okay. So that's something you want to definitely do, and just have a quick hop over here. Actually, I'm going to open this up in a new. Over to my page, go to my insights, and some of these things are buggy, right? I've had my thing has been buggy, my messages has been buggy for quite some time. You want to go to videos, and then you can look at top videos, you can sort them by different ways. Now this is just videos, but you can go specifically into your posts. Right? Where are they? Right here, posts. And now we can kind of sort them. Like I might go like this and see more and see more. Now, really to do some deep analysis, you want to use the export button. You just want to export all of this, but, bummers. They're not letting me sort this. They used to be able to sort it by reach. Right there in that column, little monkeys. See what I mean? Yeah. Anyway, but you can see, there, that one last night, see 114.5. So, and I know that I reached my 100,000 threshold with that one. Hey, there is definitely I got to tell you guys this. Let me hop back over here. Excuse me, my goodness. I would love to hear your input on this, but I am experiencing somewhat, but also hearing from several sources that when you schedule your Facebook Live, you don't get quite as much reach as if you just go live. Is anyone else here experiencing that? I would love to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comments. And if you haven't scheduled a live, then no worries. But yeah, Facebook is definitely buggy, says Jane. Yeah, exactly. Why does Facebook make some things simple and yet others so cryptic? I know. I hear you. But yeah, so really curious about that one. I definitely have seen some, not studies, but just some experience of folks out there that are saying that if they schedule, no matter what tool, you can only schedule through a third party. But if you schedule it, which I've done with this series, and then it's just interesting. I'm doing a little bit side-by-side comparison. Sometimes scheduled lives get more, sometimes get less. Mario says direct live is working better for me. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, we'll come back to that. All right, so review your video insights. And what I mean by that is you want to see like which ones perform the best, make a note of it, export the data from your insights, and sort by the different columns, the reach, obviously the views. Take a look at what were the key factors that worked well on specific videos. Was it a square? Did you post it in the evening? What time? What day? What was the subject line? How much text was used there? And in a moment, I'm going to show you some really cool studies. What were your top performers, as I say there? Now then, watch this. SuperRang, this is made by my friends at BuzzSumo. And BuzzSumo is an amazing tool that has all kinds of use cases. So surfacing great content, doing analysis, things like that. And just the other day, my friends over at BuzzSumo, let's see if we can refresh that. There it is. Actually, I'll pop this link in the comments there, because you guys will really enjoy reading this afterwards. Here we go. Hiya, Dave. Excellent video stats here. They studied 100 million videos. They're like analytics geniuses. So, Facebook video engagement, what we learned from analyzing 100 million videos. Now, I'll leave you to read this in your own time. I want to just highlight a few things. As we know, video is the most engaging Facebook format, right? And watch this. I love this chart. What are the video topics that generate most Facebook engagement? I'm trying to zoom this in as big as I can because I know a lot of you are watching on mobile. Facebook videos, average interactions by topic. Do you see what that number one is? Way over here, food. Of course, that's like these recipes. Someone had the brilliant idea of creating like where the camera kind of looks down and then they're speeded up in 30 or 60 seconds flat. You have this delicious, meal. And BuzzFeed Tasty is one of the top. I think they're actually the top. They're the most engaged Facebook page. And they have, last time I looked, like 25 million or 35 million. The fashion and beauty, animal, pets, so on and so forth. Humor, funny. You can see people want to be entertained. Way down here, finance and stocks is the least one. Oh gosh, yeah, people want to be entertained. There you go, BuzzFeed's Tasty. Yeah, exactly, they're talking about it right here. Banana bread cheesecake is considerably more engaging than real estate. Oh, I wonder how you could blend the two. The optimum length, right? We talk about length. And so my friends at BuzzSumo are saying the sweet spot for video length, they're saying 60 to 90 seconds, which is great. This is great because a lot of these are organic views. These are ones that have gone viral. They're that thumb-stopping, highly shareable content that people see in their feed and they just start sharing. They tag their friends. They love it. They're engaging with it. They're consuming it. That's really your goal for each time you make business videos. And your ads too. Could you imagine if you had an ad that went that viral? Shout out to Chat Books. Many of you have seen the Chat Books, a funny actress where she's in the bath and it's like a 3.5 minute video ad and it is hilarious, absolutely hilarious. And they've got millions and millions of views and thousands of shares and tens of thousands the last I looked. It was just really good. One of the best video ads out there. So then, the shorter the better, but they're interesting. The sweet spot right in there is 60 to 90 seconds. Optimum length. I think there's just a couple of other, and watch this. This is a cool one too. Interactions. So 928 average interactions for videos. Not a huge difference, but it certainly is a difference. 1,043 average on a live, right? Then as my friend Steve and the team over at BuzzSumo, they say, emphasize these are average figures across a very large sample, very large. And again, I always say, you can read a post like this, you can listen to me and you go, oh my gosh, okay, I got to find a way to do 6-second video ads and 30-second, or 90-second. It's like experiment, right? I have a propensity to do longer videos and I also do a long narrative, as you know. I put these huge blog post type narratives when in fact, the short ones do tend to work better, and I see this. Why I'm saying again, work better. Intro text. See, here you go. 61 characters. The average was 84. The median was 61. And so an example, do you want to see something weird? Trucking. Yeah. A wee day out. Red Bull. There's all Red Bulls. All right. So, yep. Keep it short. Keep the intro crisp. Go live. Hacks and tips, inspiration and humorous videos and shareable, highly shareable content. It's a great, great post by our friends at BuzzSumo there. And then SuperRang, let me show you what that is if you haven't seen it before, because you can actually put in any page. And you put the page name in there. Now then, who shall we look at? You can look at anybody's. What is Tasty's name anyway? Is it just Tasty? Is that how they go by? Yeah. 88 million. Hello. I obviously haven't looked at them in a few weeks. 88 million. Wow. That's exciting. So watch. Obviously you already know this is one. Oh, I see. What is their page name? Oh, BuzzFeed Tasty. Duh. I thought it was, okay. You have to get the name right, obviously. BuzzFeed. So you don't even have to log in. This is totally free. It's a lovely free tool. Just go to SuperRang.com, enter any page. You can look at mine if you want. And it's going to show you just some really cool stats. Time posted, that might be helpful. Look at your competitors. When are they posting? What was their top post, right? There's that banana cheesecake, whatever it is. God, that looks like a cinnamon bun. Woo! My dad was a baker. I'm not eating baked goods right now. Anyway, that's a cool tool. And then in addition, while I already have it open, their actual main tool, the paid tool, you can get free trial from these guys too. But I like their Facebook analyzer. So I can go in here and I could search by keyword, search by page. Let's say I'm looking for something, a vegetarian maybe recipe. Yeah, vegetarian recipes. And let's say down over here, I only want to look at videos, right? So this is a really cool tool. And let's say I only want to look in the last 6 months videos, hit the filter. This is a really great way to spy, if you will, take a look at what are some of the great videos out there. And you can sort in that order or in this order. So the very top one, you can go, we're total interactions now. Actually, let me go by shares. I'm curious by shares. Okay, good. So this one here is zucchini pasta with avocado cream sauce, and that was made by Running to the Kitchen. 54,000 shares, right? Now, obviously, I looked up vegetarian recipes. It depends what your topic is, all right? So that's a great tool to just really do some analysis and see what is working out there and what can you emulate. Now then, let's switch gears and talk about paid reach. This is going to be for both uploaded videos, so videos you've loaded up natively to your wall, to your page, and it's posted as an organic post first, and live, which you obviously are doing live on your page. It's the only way you can advertise after the fact. You cannot boost or amplify or promote a scheduled live. So if it's scheduled and then all of a sudden you want to promote it, that does not happen. Not yet. Anyway, there's a few ways you could get around it. You could embed that scheduled live into a blog post and then post the blog post and promote that. That'd be one way. Or use ways you can do it to integrate in with Messenger. I know my good friend Molly Mahoney. Shout out to Molly. She did some really cool ninja hacks the other week and got 1 million organic reach. She was really excited about that. I think she wrote a case study up about it. So for sure you want to first off add captions, ideally. As I've mentioned before, people are watching their videos. I don't know. I do the same myself. So many times I'll watch a video with the sound off. The cool thing is, like in Wave, I tend to just put my lower thirds. You don't need captions because the way I make my videos in Wave is, they have the text here. I think was there another one I'd made? Where did it go? This one here. Oh, to hit refresh on that. Just the text comes in across. So if people put the sound on, all they'd hear is music. I did see a question go there. Somebody was asking me if you can record your own audio. That's a really good question. I don't think you can. I mean, you can upload, but I don't think that Wave allows you to actually press a button and record your own audio. But that's a great feature. We can definitely ask them for that. I don't think so. And if any of the Wave team are here in the live stream, please do make a comment about that. I should know, but I don't think you can. Okay, so captions, what else was I going to say? Yeah, the lower thirds. When I say captions, that's like if you're actually speaking. If it's just a combination of stills and video clips and the lower thirds, you don't need captions, obviously. Now then, what the heck is the Mari method? I have spoken about this before many times. I wrote up a whole big blog post earlier this year on social media, examiner.com. And actually I have a video right here. This was one I did back, it was in March. I'm going to pop this one in your comments too. Here we go. Oh, thank you, Ekaterina. That's Miss Kate, otherwise known as Kate. So the answer to can you do your own audio, record your own audio, she says it's coming. Good news. That's awesome, Kate. Let's see. So more about the Mari method here. I'll pop that in there so then it's in the right context if you're watching the real-time comments later. So here's the methodology. I like to recommend that you let your content, whether you've just finished a live or you've uploaded a video, it could be any other post. This applies to all posts, but we're predominantly talking about video. You want to let it sit for about 24 hours, I would say up to. If you find by like hour 8, it's just like no traction, you've gotten the maximum, engagement or reach that you're going to get, then that's okay. But I would say up to 24 hours to get as much organic reach as you can. Now then, do not use the boost button. The boost button is a lightweight ad interface. Facebook, directly from the horse's mouth now. They've changed their tune. They've pivoted, like I say. They've absolutely are focusing on driving business. And the boost button will have some results. Okay, like I know for me, if I'm out and about and I'm on my phone, the Ads Manager, you want to download the Ads Manager mobile app. But if you're like, oh my gosh, okay, I really need to get more amplification, I want to reach more people, excuse me, with this post, then okay, hit the boost button, but ideally you want to use some saved audiences. Okay, but Facebook actually said point blank that you should take whatever your ad budget is, whatever, hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands, whatever your ad budget is, only 10% is allocated to using the boost button. The other 90%, use Ads Manager. You're going to have so much more controls and ability to refine and do multiple ad sets and split test, so on and so forth. All right. Now, my methodology is, let's just say you had $300. I think I have that here as an example. Let's say that for this post, you've picked a post, it's got a call to action button on it. The only way to get call to action button on a video post now is to pay for it or to, make it an ad. Let's just say I'm going to do $300. You don't just go boost 300. All right, next. That's not going to get you the kind of reach that you want and the ROI, the results. My recommendation is you split that up. This is somewhat arbitrary. You can experiment yourself. Let's say you take $100 and you do one ad set and you let that go. Maybe you're doing video views, maybe you're doing traffic and as objectives, and then you let that ride over a day or two. Maybe you even pause a campaign. Excuse me. Then you come back and you might do a different ad set a few days later. So you're just, but the same post, it's all the same post, and you're going to find what happens is Facebook will give you more organic reach when you are paying even just a little bit, $10, $50, $100, whatever it might be, or pounds, or whatever your currency is. So they're going to go, oh, we have a serious advertiser here. Somebody's willing to pay money. We'll give them a little organic lift. Okay, so that's pretty exciting. Now I'm going to do, and I'll show you the Ads Manager in a moment. We'll do a real demo. This slide is directly from Facebook. Well, I made the slide. The points are directly from Facebook, and they can tell. Facebook knows if you're a sophisticated advertiser or, quote, a newbie, and you will get results commensurate with the tools that you're using, the ad products, the placement, targeting in particular. It has to be relevant. The relevance score, you want your relevance score as close to 10 as possible, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ideally. Keep your frequency low. Frequency is the average number of times that your ad is shown to your target audience. And you get that over 3 or 4. If it creeps into 5, if someone's seen the same ad like 5 times in a short period, they're going to report it. And when you get negative feedback on your posts, organic or paid, it is going to impact your results and your reach. It's going to wipe out the positive on a ratio of something like 1 to 100, I've been told. So that's not good. So you want to have the right target audience with the right message and keep an eye on the relevance score and the frequency. So you must also install the Facebook Pixel. Pixel is a piece of code that goes on your website, and Facebook knows when you have that, and they're like, oh, great, we've got a more advanced advertiser here, more sophisticated. Standard event is even more advanced, where you're tracking conversions. When people added something to their cart, but they haven't finished checking out, you want to retrack those people and retarget them. Maybe someone's landed on a webinar opt-in page or some kind of an opt-in page, but they haven't signed up, they haven't opted in. That's what is meant by standard events. You're tracking conversions, and then you can use that to retarget. You want to use custom audiences, which is where you upload your email database to Facebook, and then they match that with users. You're going to get somewhere between, 40, 50, 60%, if you're lucky, 60, but more likely something like a 40, 45% match of people on your list, and Facebook has their email address. And it's perfectly safe. It's encrypted. It's hashed, as they call it. So that's one way. Another wonderful way to do custom audiences is people who have viewed your video, people who've engaged with your page, people who've saved your page or your content, people who've messaged you, and people who visited any of your websites. And then from there, you can build lookalikes, and lookalike audiences are like the secret magic sauce inside of Facebook, because you can say, all right, wow, imagine you had like a list of your top paying clients, right? 200, 500, 1,000 top paying clients. You load that up as a custom audience to Facebook, and you say, hey, Facebook, find me more people like this. Super, super cool. Now, I know that a lot of this, for many people listening in here today, is advanced. This is going to sound like Greek or a foreign language if you speak Greek. And the good news is that I have courses. I have much more in-depth courses coming up, and I'll tell you about that a little bit more in depth in a moment. But this is just an overview. I want to just get this point across, because this is really going to make a difference in your Facebook ad investment. Use Ad Manager, not the boost button. And then for objectives, Facebook recommends you select traffic, conversion, products, or leads. Okay, so with that, I'm going to hop over, and real quick, we'll do a super quick demo. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go to Create Ad. Let me open that in a new window right here. It's great to have you here, folks. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so first thing that Facebook wants you to do, and more than likely you've already been in here. Most people probably been in here. And there's the one I'm talking about, traffic, and you can hover over the wee information, and this is sending people to a destination on or off Facebook. What do they mean by on? That would be like your messenger ads, sending people like your call to action is a little message us button. That's a really popular one right now, and especially if you can connect that up to a bot. Maybe for now you want to just amplify the video reach. You just want to get views. Lead generation is the lead ads. That's great. For now, I'm going to pick this traffic one. And I'll come down here and I'm going to go test. And this is for my wave series. Hit continue. Now then, I'm going to go through this fairly quickly because in the interest of time, I've got quite a few more slides to cover, and we'll do little questions as well. You want to ideally go ahead and use an audience that you already created. So you can see I've got all kinds of audiences, and they're named in here. Your lookalikes will be really big; they're in the millions, and then you want to reduce that with some other targeting, some interests and some exclusions. I had a good one here like that. Oh, page engagement. Let's just use that one. So page engagement. Now and then a country. Actually, Facebook never used to have this, but they now have worldwide if you wanted to. And that's only if you do have a worldwide audience. Sometimes it makes a difference to break up your ads into, zoom up just a tiny bit more, into specific regions, right? Like, North America, Canada, or UK, Europe, or Australia, Asia, that kind of thing. Break up somewhat. I would probably, I definitely would do the full age range. I may play around with the age a bit, do some interest targeting in there. The main thing I want to show you down in here, though, placements. Now, Facebook recommends that you leave it as automatic. Okay. Now, just yesterday, I had my inner circle, my regular inner circle. We meet twice a month, and we talk about all kinds of wonderful Facebook and social media and video and ads. And we've had a couple of guest experts on last week and this week talking about Facebook ads. Shout out to Will Irish from last week, and then this week we had Andrew Hubbard from Australia. And we got into a great discussion in the session yesterday about, even though Facebook recommends, hey, we'll do the work for you. We got this machine learning, we got artificial intelligence and all kinds of, AI and whatnot that will just do the work for you. So leave it automatic. But what we were talking about yesterday with Andrew, I thought was a really relevant point he was making. The way in which Instagram posts are formatted is just different. The way you speak over there, use of hashtags, there's not really clickable links, a lot of things over there that you might want to do your Instagram placement as a separate ad set. Okay, so that's where you can come in here and you can do all kinds of things. Maybe you want to take it off the right column, right? You want to just focus only on the feeds. Or if you went mobile only, now you're on mobile newsfeed only, you could do that. Okay. And you take Instagram off because you're going to do that as a separate ad set. All right. So, and now you could do like this one. Remember, I chose traffic. Now then, what does objective mean? It means that if I say, Facebook, I want traffic as my objective, and I want people who will click the link in my ad. So that's sort of how they're going to optimize it. That means Facebook will show my ad to people who have shown a history of clicking on ads. Okay, so you could do it that way. Or What my friend Andrew was saying yesterday is you could do just a daily unique reach. I thought that was a really clever way as well, where you just go and you've got a specific budget and you just want to get reach and exposure. People will still click on it. But again, I mean, you've got to experiment with these things. And like I say, we definitely will be doing some more in-depth training on all of this. I just leave it at that. If you do a lifetime budget, you can do scheduling. Now then, let's just get to the part where we're going to pick the ad. Now, because they've changed all this up. They used to say, oh, go in here, go in there. You can browse in your library. Create new ad or use existing post. That's all I want to do is use existing post. Oh my gosh, how interesting that they brought this up. That's crazy. Guys, gals, OMG. What? I love it when we discover things real time when we're live. That can't be real. I mean, this is my post right now. No, they're not going to let me promote a live ad? A live video? You think they are? I bet they won't. I should just, wait, how much did I put on that? It was very little, wasn't it? It wasn't much. Oh, it was only $20. Okay, I think we'll put that up to $50. Just for the heck of it. That's crazy. They're going to let me promote a live ad. No. Oh, well, confirm. See what it does. Oh, we found an error. Type of your creative has to be considered with your optimization goal. Please make sure your optimization goal is not none. Hey, you monkeys. Oh, creative and optimization. Oh, I bet you if we went back to video views, that's crazy. Yeah. Placements. Automatic. We'll leave it at automatic. Daily. Bid. Video views. Pages. Existing post. Ha ha ha. Yeah, it's disappeared. No, it's right there. Oh, but it's got, oh yeah, I know. It's the orange. The orange thing is I can't place it on Instagram, obviously. It's well over 60 seconds by now. Your Instagram, Oh, because they're not supported on Instagram, of course. Ocht. It's a good Scottish saying. Ocht. O-C-H-T. So we just go like that. Does anybody, I got to check your comments in a minute here, friends, because if Facebook is really allowing promoted lives, that's going to get crazy. Okay. Drum roll, to be continued. That can't be for real. Oh, let me see your comments, friends. Let's see your comments. Put myself back on camera for a second. Hiya, thanks for being here. Hey. Hi, Liz. Hi, Jane. Molly's in the house. That is really interesting. I think that's really fascinating to me if Facebook's going to let us promote live videos. Molly, what do you think of that? It's pretty exciting, huh? Wowzers. Oh, well, we'll see. We'll come back to that after. So, really interesting stuff. You got questions. I'm going to come back to them in a moment. But so anyway, that's what I would do. And then obviously, as I said earlier, you want to be checking your relevance score once the ad gets approved, keeping it as high as possible. If it's low, here's a trick for you. If it's low, after 24, maybe 48 hours max of your ad being approved and running, if your relevance score is still really low, like 2 or 3, I mean, it does have to get time to kind of get traction and get out there. I think probably after 48 hours, I would just hit pause. I would just deactivate the campaign and maybe look at tweaking a few things and maybe even creating a brand new ad set. All right, so increasing engagement. Let's cover this one. A few more slides and we'll get to Q&A. Oh my gosh, we're on a long one today. Thumb stopping. I keep saying that. Highly engaging. It's got to be relevant, useful, timely, helpful, hacks, how-tos, education, training, or entertaining, fun, funny, emotionally drawn in by making them laugh or cry or go, aw, or go, if you're like me in an educational business, make them go, oh my gosh, that's really useful. I want to tune in, or I want to share this, or bookmark it, or save it, and so on and so forth. Encourage comments. So you can ask questions, and you can invite feedback. Maybe you conduct a poll or a survey. Or you can connect with a messenger bot, a keyword for a special offer. I know a few of my friends here have been doing this, and it works like a charm. I've just been playing around with my own messenger bot, finally, a little bit late. Well, no, I'm not late. I know late. I'm late for an early adopter. But I'll show you this in a second, because I do have a really cool demo, a live demo for you. So with your live, encourage regular comments. See, when I ask a question, I ask for your feedback, I'm asking you for your input, what's happening, it's a really, really good method whilst you are live. Obviously, you want to engage with your audience. Tell your audience they matter to you, which they certainly do to me. Love on them, give them a shout out, use people's first names. There's a great app called BeLive.tv that puts the viewer comments up on the screen. I use that one often. And then also what happens is the Facebook algorithms go, there is activity happening here. This is a live broadcast and people are commenting, therefore it must be engaging, and they'll give it a little more reach. So you, again, ask questions, maybe just an open yes or no, real easy, because remember, a lot of people are watching on mobile. You want them to just give you a little quick answer. Invite feedback, same, pretty much the same approach as I just said with the recorded video on demand. Connecting with the messenger bot, super fun. So here's some question ideas with you, and I'll show you that live demo. I think it's on the next slide. Some ideas for you right at the beginning. I've seen people that come on live and they're like, well, I'm just going to wait 2 minutes or 5 minutes, and they just do nothing, waiting for people to come on. And I just think that until Facebook brings out the trim feature, which they will at some point bring out a trim. So let's say you do have 2 minutes of not much, you can just chop that off after you've done. But meantime, I think I would recommend doing something like asking people where they're from, what city. Ask people if they're on mobile or desktop. That's a real simple question that people can answer. Because everybody's tuning in somehow, right? Ask what time it is in people's part of the world. Or what's the weather like where they are. Some fun ideas, right? So you can just keep engaging people. What would you like me to talk about next? What's your biggest question? What's your top number one question about whatever, fill in the blank, your area of expertise? Okay? There's an example there of BeLive TV. That was the one I did yesterday, and where you see the person gets kind of their face and their name up in lights, so to speak. Okay, so that's a really cool feature of BeLive TV. Here's the live demo. Watch this. So if you type FB Live in the comments, you can do that right now while we're live, or if you're watching this after the fact, you can do that as well. And just type FB Live, and then that should, if everything's working right, that is going to give you a little message from me. And what that is, my friends, I should tell you what that's going to do, is it's going to let me know that you're interested, assuming you are, in, if you've not already let me know, I know a lot of you already let me know, and that's fine. You can also do this live demo test with me as well. So this course I've been working on for months on end now, and we are getting very close to finally unveiling it, the Facebook Live Success Secrets, and my Facebook Ad Strategy Training, as I call my FAST program. Facebook Ad Strategy Training. Okay, so by typing in FB Live in the comments, that will let me know that you're interested in finding out more. No obligation, no commitment. You're just saying, hey, Mari, I would like to know more about what that course is, when it is, and who it's for, and so on and so forth. All right? So perfect. I do. I set up my bot. Isn't that neat? And it's really cool. It's ManyChat. It's so cool. You can even program in like a little timer. Like you can see how I've got, you have to type, yeah, this is for it says opt-in, or you're not opting in. You're not giving me your email, just letting me know that you're interested. And then you just type yes, and it comes back, and I put a little timer. You know how it has a three wee dots while somebody's typing? So it's really cool. I loved that. I was playing around with it, and I'm thought, I'm going to do a live test with this. Why not? All right, here we are. Perfecto. We're on the summary. Use Ads Manager. Only 10% of the time, 10% of your ads budget, the boost button. Okay? You'll get more mileage using the Ads Manager. We'll go deep into that in my FAST course. Encourage commenting and shares as much and as naturally as possible. When I say naturally, it's a fine line sometimes because you want to draw people out and get them engaged, but you don't want to be just over the top with it, unless that's your style, if you're an over-the-top person. Use the Mari method where you're going to get it organic traction up to 24 hours, add the captions for your videos before you make them into an ad, then you can use rev.com or add your own, and then you allocate your budget in batches and let it see how it performs, make some adjustments, do some different ad sets, maybe parse out the different placements and the audiences, and try connecting a bot. ManyChat, M-A-N-Y, manychat.com is really nifty, and I just finally got mine set up. So really happy about that. Coolio. So this has been a live video training series brought to you in conjunction with Wave Video App, at Wave Video App. 1 of 3, we talked about video creation. 2 of 3, distribution, where to publish your videos for maximum reach. And then today was all about optimization, amplifying that reach, and a few of my ninja tricks. So what a joy to be here with you, my friends. You guys or gals and folks all over the world are amazing. Let me see what questions you might have. Oh, I did tell you I would look at some, I had a few examples to share with you, and I do want to do that. So, hey, yeah, thank you, Mark. Awesome, great. Oh, cool, you're getting the bot to work. I do have a bot, Liz. It sent the message. It worked. Yay, Jane. You got to love it when it works. That is so cool. Yeah, and I saved it up. I programmed it. I think you could put Facebook Live. Renee, it does have to be FB Live with no space. No space. But that's a really good point. Again, so for those of you who are wanting to do and set up ManyChat with a comment trigger like that, you probably want to put a few different variations, like FB with space, like FB with a space, or Facebook Live in case someone spells it out. Hello, Michelle Chance Sangthong. I haven't seen you for a while. Good to see you here. Game changer, says Heather. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Liz is saying it's totally new. They never let you boost a video until after it's finished. Exactly. Yeah. Ta. Does the bot only work for people? I tried commenting Facebook Live as my business and I didn't get... Oh, that's a really good question. Yeah, I believe it is... I believe it's only for people. It's not a page. A page is not going to work with the bot. Great question, Ta. Renee's making a really good point here too. Watch for autocorrect, because if you be FB Live and it might try to separate it automatically with the darn new autocorrect. Right. Yeah. Thank you, Jane. Yeah, Jane's confirming it doesn't work for business. Yeah. Thank you so much, Mike. I really appreciate it, Mike Cruz. Oh, that's very kind of you to say. I appreciate that. He says you're the best out there. Can't wait to see your course. Hey. Thanks, Liz. Great. Hey, let me do this. And it's funny, it's not always easy to see the live comments. And so if you've asked a question earlier, then I will definitely do my best to go back in and answer them for you. Other than BeLive.tv, I have not seen a really solid, reliable way to make sure that you're capturing all the questions. I mean, a good way to do it is actually for having someone on your team like kind of be in there and they're a moderator on your page and they can be making sure, and the folks from Wave Video App are here, which is awesome. So let's do this. I did promise you some examples. Before we sign off for the day, I'm going to go back to sharing my screen, and I do want to share something fun with you. I use saved. I use saved all the time. Now, I hope that Facebook does not ever take this feature away like they did with the interest lists. I used interest lists all the time, and then all of a sudden they just vanished them, right? They just decided people were not using them. And too bad if you were, right? For those of you that use saved items, do you notice that Facebook will regularly put either in your feed or in your notifications, they'll say, hey, you have 22 unopened saves this week, or 5 unopened saves, or 7 open saves, and they're just testing to see how often, when you make your bookmark, you save it, how often do you go back and actually look at it? And they're just seeing, because, I don't know, it probably takes resources. And so maybe if people are not really going to, use it that much, they'll take it away. So what most all of these are ads that I save ads. Ads are good posts I want to look at. And so I look at the videos, links 700, videos 296. So I wanted to share some that's funny. This gal, she has a typo. I left her a little comment. You got a typo in your title. Let me see a couple of great Square ads that I saw were good. Oh, here's my friends at Digital Marketer. They do some great Square video ads. I'll open a new window. And so it's going to pop in. Now, I know this is an ad. And I think this probably even has no sound. Yeah, because I got the sound on. There's no sound. And it is an 8-second looping video ad. I'm seeing a number of video ads done this way where you're seeing them slide through. I see people sliding through slides. They're like quickly going through a bunch of slides or quickly going through a report such that it piques your interest. You go, wait, what? What is that? I want that. And then you're like, oh, I couldn't quite see it. It went by too fast. So you're, okay, I'll opt in, right? So now this one, quickly create. It's funny because he doesn't have a link here because I'm seeing that as a native video, but it was an ad that had a call to action button attached to it. Now the cool thing with doing a short looping video is he's got 46,000 views. Dave Ramsey's live now. Oh my gosh, we better go watch Dave. I love Dave. 165 shares, 31 comments. Really great example of just a short, simple, eye-catching Square video ad. Let's look at another couple in here. I don't know about you guys, but it's amazing to me how many Facebook ads there are for Facebook ads. Everybody's selling their Facebook ad course. Facebook ad this, Facebook ad that. It's all good. It's all good. There's plenty of room for everyone. Here's one of my favorites. I mentioned this guy before. His iPhone photography school. Now he does Square videos. It shows up white at first. Let me go. I'm going to go ahead and mute him. He does nice captions. I like his captions a lot. Real easy to see. And nice lower thirds. And what does he have in here? 805 shares and 300,000 views. Watch this. So we've been saying all this series, short, right? Come on. And he is almost 8.5 minutes. 8.5 minutes. It's a tutorial. I've seen myself sit there and watch his videos 50%, 70% through with the sound off and just watching some of his ninja tricks. It's really well done. He also kind of breaks the rule of the short narrative, right? It's just, he just seems a real genuine friendly guy. And so he's got, if you have an iPhone, this would be of interest to you. 300,000 views. That's amazing. And I saw that as an ad. This was definitely a saved ad. I think there was one more I was going to show you because these are just fun. Oh yeah, here's a fun one with Adobe Max. Actually, this one is not Square, I think. And I thought it was really fun because their conference is going to be in Vegas. So they did a slot machine. And again, this one is a looping 23 seconds, looping 23 seconds. Short narrative. Now, interestingly enough, again, when you see it as a native video, there's no link. There's nothing to click unless they put it as a comment. They should put it as a comment and pin it. Oh, actually, you can't pin. You can't pin, can you? You can only pin whilst you're live. But I know this was an ad with a call to action button. But when I save it and go back to it, then it doesn't. But anyway, yeah, some really fun. I just look at Square video ads all the time. And really, I just look at all kinds of ads, really. And it's just really some fun stuff in here. So that is a wrap, my friends. We have gone long on this one. I hope you got some value. And let me go like this. I will pop back later and see what questions you have. I'm sure you got value. It's been a joy and a pleasure to serve you. Remember FB Live in the comments to test out the new bot that I got set up. So excited. I'm going to program that thing up the wazoo. And you got any questions, my goal, a little sneak peek, I haven't even shared this with anybody yet, is to be able to provide a really, really great level of Facebook support for all kinds of frequently asked questions that we get in my inbox, my page inbox all the time. And so I'm going to be mapping that out with Juan on my team and creating a really, really great place that feels supportive and nurturing and as human as possible. That's my goal. I don't want ever people to think, oh my God, this is just a bot. So I want to be able to use the technology to enhance the relationships. Friends, this has been a wonderful time. Remember, go and check out Wave Video app. Fabulous new tool for creating 6 different video formats in one and maximizing your video. Yes, 6. I just thought, was it 7? There's 7 formats. No, there's 6 formats. Animatron.com/wave. We will see you again real soon. I'm going to be doing more video trainings and bringing you all kinds of new great tools. Love you guys. You're amazing. Thanks for being here. Have a blessed rest of your day, afternoon, morning, evening. Ciao for now. Bye-bye.